From the Samsung Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
They have the power to get the job done. Members of the networking group known as Power teamed up with others in the community to beautify the city of Hazleton. And later, Joe Madden was in the city of brotherly love with his Tampa Bay Rays battling the Fighting Phils. Freddie B was there. He'll have more in sports tonight. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, it was time to get dirty over the weekend as the group called Power hit the streets in force. The group put on gloves and vests and grabbed a garbage bag to clean up the streets of Hazleton. 20 businesses and more than 100 volunteers made up of children, teens, adults, and News 13's Janine Mazurkevich, along with her children Alyssa and Mason, got involved in the cleanup Saturday morning. Broad, Pine, Wyoming, and Laurel streets were some of the key areas the crew cleaned up. Power, or Professionals Organized and Working to Enrich the Region, teamed up with the Chamber's Downtown Business Committee and the City of Hazleton to help clean up the heart of the community, a community that some feel needs a little TLC.
We've heard so many people in the past saying, they don't want to come to the downtown, that it's a messy, and we feel that the businesses here, one by one, are leaving. And if it keeps continuing this way, every business is just going to go away. So we decided to create a partnership with the businesses.
If they see us going out, taking care of our property, cleaning up, means that we have pride, and that's what we're trying to do to revitalize downtown here in Hazleton.
We're very appreciative to have the young professionals involved in this cleanup effort, working hand in hand with the downtown businesses for this first project.
Now, the idea behind the cleanup was to take action and make a difference in Hazleton. Members of Power take pride in the community and want to make it a great place to work and play. A big thanks to the Chamber of Commerce, which Power is a committee under, for providing the cleanup tools. Also to Cunningham Floral for donating flowers and Tech Transport for donating bottled water. Power is a group of positive, motivating individuals looking to improve the area and change some of the negative imagery of the area, specifically in downtown. You can join Power. They meet the last Thursday of every month. This Thursday, you can catch them at Damon's at noon. Bring ideas and help transform the area where you live, work, and play. From cleaning up to rolling up your sleeves, the American Red Cross blood supply has reached emergency levels with 50,000 fewer donations than expected in June. This shortfall leaves the Red Cross with half the readily available blood products on hand now than this time last year. The Red Cross is calling on all eligible blood donors, now more than ever, to roll up a sleeve and give as soon as possible. Some upcoming drives are listed on your screen right now. All blood types are needed, but especially O positive, O negative, B negative, and A negative in order to meet patient demand this summer. Now, because of such nice conditions that came our way early, many regular donors got an early start on summer activities and are not taking time to give blood or platelets. In addition, this year's mid-week Independence Day holiday has reduced the number of scheduled Red Cross blood drives. Unfortunately, patients don't get a holiday from needing blood products. The need is constant. Approximately every 2 seconds, a patient in the United States needs a blood transfusion. The northeastern Pennsylvania region is seeking to collect more than 1,800 units over the next 2 weeks. As a special thank you for helping to turn the tide against a potential shortage, all presenting donors in July will receive a coupon for a free carton of Friendly's ice cream. 2 teens were critically injured while riding their ATVs Saturday night in one part of Carbon County. We're told the ATVs collided with a car in Banks Township. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, fire crews were called to the area of Market and Pine Streets in Tresckow after 7 Saturday night. Firefighters said 2 juvenile boys, one who was from Tresckow, were on an ATV that drove across Market Street from Pine Street and failed to stop at a stop sign, and the collision threw the boys from the ATVs. One of the hurt riders was flown to St. Luke's Bethlehem. The other went to Lehigh Valley Hospital. The 2 people in the car were told were not hurt. State police are investigating this accident and have not released the names of those involved or their ages. A nasty storm that blew through this area on Friday afternoon may have been the cause of a nasty accident involving a tractor trailer on Interstate 81 in Sugarloaf Township. This is what it looked like right around the Route 93 exit off of 81 under the bridge. News 13 first told you about this crash on Friday afternoon. A tractor trailer and 2 other vehicles collided there. State troopers say the 2 vehicles were stopped on the shoulder of the southbound lanes because of the weather conditions. That's when the tractor trailer traveled off of the right lane and struck the vehicles before slamming into that concrete bridge. The tractor trailer driver was from New York and suffered head injuries in the wreck. He was taken to a trauma center. No one else, we're told, was hurt. 2 children, a 10-year-old boy and a 9-year-old girl, were bitten by a dog over the weekend at a local park. One of the kids needed medical attention at the hospital. The other, we're told, was okay. The scary incident happened at Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham Sunday afternoon. Troopers say it was a 72-pound pit bull terrier mix who bit the children and is owned by a woman from Freeland. The dog was on a leash. State police remind owners to maintain control of their dogs at all times to prevent incidents such as this from occurring. Unfortunately, children make up 60% of dog bite victims, and severe injuries occur almost exclusively to those ages 10 and below, which ironically, the children bit over the weekend, again, were 9 and 10 years old. But a dog bite can happen at any age to anyone, and that's why it's important to keep your furry friend leashed. And if he's prone to biting, keep him or her muzzled for added safety. Stay with us on News 13 tonight. Freddie B is in with sports and talks with Hazleton native Joe Madden of the Tampa Bay Rays, who was close to home all weekend as his team hit the field in the city of brotherly love. Also ahead, he was found guilty by a jury of his peers. Now former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky is sitting in a jail cell. What was the reaction around here? We'll find out coming up.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Round 2 of the District 18 Little League Tournament. Some exciting games this weekend, but now, believe it or not, we're setting up tonight for already do-or-die games. Remember, double elimination tournament, so you lose twice, you're out. Somebody will have 2 losses tonight. Let's take a look. It won't be Lansford. They drew the bye, and Tamaqua got the win over Whitehaven. So Tamaqua will play Lansford tonight. Meanwhile, in the winner's bracket, you're going to have Freeland playing Talminzing Township, and you're going to have Valley East, who knocked off Weatherly. They're going to be going up against Weatherly, and you got Tri-County, who shut out Hazel Township. They're going to be playing Franklin Township. So as you take a look, there's your games tonight. Valley East and Franklin Township. At Franklin Township, Tri-County, West Hazelton at West Hazelton. So a couple of big ones right there. Now, let's go down to the loser bracket, because here's where the teams are in trouble. You got Jim Thorpe and Weatherly playing. The loser is out of the tournament. How about this one? Valley West and Hazelton. They're 2 of the big names in the tournament. Somebody is going home tonight. That one down at Whispering Willows Park. Meanwhile, 9-10 division, Valley East, West Hazelton advance. They knock off their rivals from Valley West and Hazelton, respectively. Also in the North Division, you are now going to set up tomorrow Hazelton and Hazel Township, and Whitehaven and Valley West. Southern part, Talminzing advances. They'll play Tamaqua Blue. That one will be later on this week. And you got Anthracite and Jim Thorpe Blue, and you got Tamaqua White and Franklin Township. So the Little League Tournament off and rolling in District 18. Let's go to Senior Babe Ruth, where it was a nail-biter last night before Capriati's knocks off Talminzing 2-1. And Babe Ruth continues as we head into the latter part of the month of June. Russ Kanzler had a base knock. His Columbus team shut out the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs yesterday. Final in that one, 4-0. Kyle Landis back on the beam as he pitched yesterday in Akron's big win over the Altoona Curve. And the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Yankees, 4-0 shutout winners over Indianapolis. Your minor league schedule today, well, there it is. The Iron Pigs in Columbus, Akron, Altoona, Scranton Wilkes-Barre, Indianapolis. Same matchups as the score we just gave you. Now, that's not true in Major League Baseball because we go to Monday, we reset the deck. But yesterday, Joe Maddon and his Tampa Bay Rays invaded Citizens Bank Ballpark for a day-night doubleheader. If you're a Phillies fan, block your ears. You don't want to hear about it. More bad news. Phils get upended not once but twice despite a great pitching performance from Cole Hamels. Now, we were in the Tampa Rays locker room after the game, and Joe Maddon was quick to point out that they exploited a pretty worn-down bullpen of the Phillies, and that was the key in the come-from-behind win.
Like I said, I knew the thing that was working in our favor a bit was how much the third guys had thrown the day before. Even Papelbon had thrown a lot the day before. Valdez had. So there was a lot of action among their bullpen guys. So trying to get Hamels out as quickly as possible just for that reason. And with the afternoon game followed, of course, by the night game, so you're just trying to get them all out of there. We really try to work good at-bats. We try to see pitches. That's part of our philosophy. And but he's good, man. He's throwing the ball as good as I've seen. I've seen him good in the past. Hamels' velocity up, great command of everything else. Starting to throw a curveball now. Looks like he's been influenced by Cliff Lee a bit. 2-strike hooks. He was very good.
Yeah, and when your bullpen doesn't come through, that means it usually wasted a good effort. And Cole Hamels was spectacular yesterday, allowing just 4 scratch hits, 1 run. Charlie Manuel was not happy, and he knew it was a big decision on whether or not to pull him in the 8th inning.
I talked to Cole. Oh, okay. I mean, he didn't say that he wouldn't, that he was done or nothing. Right. I took him out of the game because he was at 111 pitches, and it was a hot day, and he'd pitch good.
Yeah, you come out on the short end of things, you're always going to get second guessed. Charlie's having one of those years because the Phillies, I mean, that bullpen is bad. Capital B-A-D. Nothing you can do about it. They just can't get the job done. They'll try again tonight because, as we said, we reset the deck, and you can see back to American League and National League Baseball. The Indians go into the Bronx. Meanwhile, Tampa, after that long day at Citizens Bank, they took the charter out to Kansas City. Meanwhile, the Phils are home for a 4-game series opener against the Pirates and the Mets and Cubs. That's at Wrigley Field under the lights. And it's brought to you tonight by Stripes and Strikes. A lot more than just baseball and softball. How about for the golfers out there? That's right, they got you covered too. All sorts of golf-lined equipment, from the right clothing to all of the right accessories. You'll find them at Stripes and Strikes. It's the area's newest retailer, located on Route 309. Look for the green awning across from Genetti's Best Western. Stripes and Strikes. Make the right call.
Time now for some racing action down at Mountain Speedway in Drums from Saturday night. And the action wasn't just in the races, of course. Fans were treated to the annual autograph and camera night at the Speedway. Race fans had the opportunity to step foot on the Speedway surface to meet some of the local short track talent from the area. And following the festivities and a big wheel race for the children, the drivers did battle on the asphalt oval, and when it was all said and done, Dave Brigatti of Calverton, New York, drove away with the sport-modified victory. Kyle Harville of New York, led the laps that counted en route to his 2nd straight late model victory. And Paul Morgan Jr. Mountaintop notched his 2nd factory stock win of the season. Dane Schwartz of Maryland took top honors in Inex Legends action, and Nick Harnage of Calverton, New York, scored his 3rd Inex Bandolero win of the season. Mountain Speedway is just minutes from Hazleton on St. John's Road between routes 93 and 309. Grandstand admission for all regular events is just $12 for ages 11 and older. Children 10 years of age and younger are admitted for free. Make sure you visit mountainspeedway.com for the entire 2012 schedule, point standings, and up-to-date news and information. Hey, why wait till August to see the next Pocono race? You can go down to Mountain Speedway any Saturday and watch racing at its best. Up now on your screen, your winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played, folks. Your daily number 557, big 40615. Quinto 41609. Treasure Hunt 9, 21, 22, 27, 28. Again, good luck.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the open-air downtown Shenandoah Farmer Market will be running from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Tuesdays and Fridays at Main and Center Streets. Local farmers will be offering produce, fruit, plants, and baked goods. For more information, please call 570-462-2734. And one more reminder that the YMYWCA would like to remind the community about the Partners for Youth Golf Tournament Friday, July 29th at Sand Springs. The event is currently looking for golfers and hole sponsors. All proceeds from this event will benefit the Wise Youth Scholarship Program. And for more information, please call them today, 570-455-2046. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Irving S. Gloman of Ocala, Florida. Memorial service will be held July 14th at 10 a.m. in the First Congregational United Church of Christ. Marjorie Doherty of Hazleton. Funeral will be Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. from the Boyle Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. and Tuesday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. John Jack Brislin Jr. of Hazel Township. Funeral is Wednesday at 9 a.m. from the Turnbach Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And Charles J. Miller Sr., formerly of Drums. Funeral is Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the Cunningham Union Cemetery. Friends may call at the Harmon Funeral Home Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new all low-priced dinner menu. And remember, there's always plenty of free gated parking behind the Markle Building.
Well, just a few months ago, a Hazleton man by the name of Joseph Kuba passed away from complications associated with acute myeloid leukemia. Now his grandson Alex is remembering him in a big way. News 13's Jasmine Brooks spoke with 16-year-old Alex to find out how he plans to honor his grandfather. Jasmine?
Well, I'm here on the streets of downtown Hazleton. Joining me is Alex Druzda, and we're talking about Walking for a Cure. It's coming up Saturday, June 30th, and it's actually in memory of your grandfather, Joseph Kuba. Tell me a little bit about your grandfather, Alex.
He was a good family man who ended up dying of acute myeloid lymphoma about 2 or 3 months ago, and I was writing it in memory of him.
Well, that's great of you, and I'm really sorry for your loss. Where is all this money going, Alex?
It's all going to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Just, they can take care of it.
Okay, again, it's happening at Rails to Trails, June 30th, and so how can they get signed up?
You could just, there's a page on Facebook for it. You could just show up that day and just donate. You don't need to really sign up. There's a few ways.
All right, and the times?
It goes from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., and this is on June 30th.
Why is it so important for you to be doing this in memory of your grandfather?
He inspired me, and since that happened, I just feel like I should do something about it.
Well, the good news is the first 50 walkers get free shirts. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the first 50 walkers will get free shirts when they upon coming there and paying the $10, and they'll just have like the Walking for a Cure on it with some of the logos from our sponsors.
Okay, now you are requesting $10 per walker, and so how much money are you hoping to, raise?
Whatever we could get. I'm hoping for a lot, but whatever happens, happens.
Well, I'm sure your grandfather would be very proud of you, so good luck to you. Again, Rails to Trails, it's called Walk for a Cure. It's happening June 30th from 11 to 2:30. Come out and walk for a cause. Reporting for News 13, I'm Jasmine Brooks in downtown Hazleton.
Jasmine, thank you, and good luck to him with that event. How nice is that to want to honor your grandfather? Good luck. Well, the weekend weather was wonderful in my mind. The sun was shining all weekend, making it a picture-perfect Saturday and Sunday. Will we see those nice temps be sticking around? Before we answer that question, let's take a look at tonight's creative condition from Evelyn Willows, a West Hazleton Elementary School student. Evelyn tells us that they're playing out in the rain. I hope we don't see any rain here in Greater Hazleton anytime soon. I know our day started off kind of on a stormy note, but it did clear off. And tonight it's going to be clear skies, but it's going to be cooler than we've seen a lot lately. Low down to 49 degrees, and that's because we're only going to get up to 68 for your Tuesday. But the sun will be shining. Look for the wind to be whipping, though. It's going to be pretty wicked out there tomorrow, so you might want to grab a little jacket on your way out the door. Just Windows and much, much more. 636-1133 First Street in Freeland. Better windows plus better installation equal Just Windows. Visit online at justwindowsandmore.com. Call or just simply stop by and visit our good friends there. All right, Saturday went to the dogs in one part of Greater Hazleton. It was a doggone fun celebration of the pups at Bailey's Bark Park in Hazleton. The day was jam-packed with events just for the dogs. There were 3 doggy challenges to test the pups' athletic skills, as well as a dog parade where the canines and their owners took a stroll on the walking path around that park. Testing was also held for the Canine Good Citizen group, and after the event, all participants got a bag with treats. The owners were able to enjoy hot dogs and pizza, as well as take a chance on some tricky trays. A canine police dog from the Hazleton City Department also demonstrated his skills for everyone to see what police dogs do while they are at work. The Hazleton Area Dog Owners Group also held a membership drive. The group runs Bailey's Bark Park, which is located at City View Park along Poplar Street in Hazleton. Ever wonder how to train a dragon, or better yet, have you ever seen a dragon? Well, now you can. The How to Train a Dragon Live Spectacular is coming to the Mohegan Sun, and dragons with over 40-foot wingspans will fly and breathe fire, all in a must-see arena spectacle that breaks all the rules of traditional entertainment, taking the audience into a magical and mythical world of Vikings and dragons. And we want to send you and 3 friends to experience it firsthand on us. Lucky caller 13 will win 4 tickets. Call us right now, 459-9813. This is for the Live at 4 newscast only. Good luck. Nathan would love that show. So whoever wins it, lucky ducks there. More news and information is headed your way next with Jasmine Brooks, so make sure you don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Coming up on News 13, by now most of you know that former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky was found guilty Friday night of sexually abusing young boys. He was whisked away and sent to prison. So tonight, as he sits in a jail cell, what do you think of the verdict? News 13 hits the streets for reaction.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Thanks for staying with us this afternoon. I'm Jasmine Brooks. Now, before we talk with your friends and neighbors about the guilty verdict handed down Friday night in the sexual abuse case involving former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky, we need to talk about something happening a little closer to home: burglaries in broad daylight. Police are paying close attention to 2 incidents that occurred on this Monday. An elderly resident in the 900 block of Mead Court in Hazleton got the surprise of a lifetime when he or she heard a noise and found 3 uninvited males inside her home. The resident confronted the burglars, who then fled quickly in a van, and one possibly was riding a brown or gold bicycle. We talked with Detective Sergeant Ken Zabofsky of the Hazleton City Police Department, who was investigating this crime, about an incident that could be connected that happened right around the same time.
They have a white Ford van. The van has letters on the side about 8 to 10 inches tall, black in color, that spell some type of word in Spanish. Also in the back, there's a bumper sticker that states vehicle stops at railroad crossings or makes frequent stops. There's a New Jersey registration on the vehicle, so there's a New Jersey license plate. These 3 actors are described as being Hispanic males, teenagers, all very thin build, dark skin. The other information, one of the individuals may be wearing a striped shirt and jeans. This incident concerns us because, not only because this event occurred, but about a half hour before this, there was a report of suspicious people up in the Northgate section of Hazel Township, where people fitting that description went up to a residence but were scared off. 2 of the males went to the front door, 1 went to the back door, but they aborted their attempts to gain entry into the residence, but they fled in a vehicle that fit the same description as the one I've just given you.
Residents should remember to keep their homes locked up, whether they are home or not. And if anyone sees suspicious activity in their neighborhood, don't hesitate to call police. Also, make sure all your windows are locked. If you know anything about where police might be able to find the suspects from today's break-ins, or if you see the van used by the suspects, dial 911 immediately. A home was flooded out thanks to thieves who snatched copper piping. News 13 stopping by this home along East 7th Street in Hazleton, where police and fire crews arrived to find copper pipes stolen out of the home. And water was running, flooding the home in the 700 block. The Hazleton Water Authority ended up having to be called to shut the residents and the water off because the thieves stole everything. So firefighters had no way to shut it down and stop the water from flowing into the home. We now know new residents were getting ready to move into this home. Police ask if you know anything about this missing pipes incident to dial 911. A man was caught on camera breaking into a car at a Hazleton business. Take a look at this. Surveillance cameras outside Tech Transport Ambulance Company caught this burglar breaking into the window of a car to get inside. He's quickly scared away by the car alarm and didn't get away with anything. Employees at the ambulance company were able to track down this burglar just a few blocks away and detained him till police arrived. He did admit to breaking into the car and was charged by Hazleton police. After his conviction on Friday on charges he sexually abused young boys, former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky faces life in prison. 2 days were spent deliberating by the Center County jury made up of 5 men and 7 women. Finally, the verdict returned. Jerry Sandusky found guilty. Although Sandusky showed no emotion as he was led away from court, people all around the country are speaking out on how they feel. News 13 spoke with residents of the greater Hazleton area, along with PSU students, to find out what they thought of the verdict. One man we talked to tells us his own cousin not only participated in the Second Mile program, but actually accompanied Sandusky to a sporting event in Williamsport, Pennsylvania when he was just a young boy.
And I guess he had went and had a good time, and then when they got, done, they had a hotel room, and my cousin felt really uncomfortable like right away because he started wrestling around with him and everything, and he said he called my uncle, and my uncle came to pick him up in Williamsport, and he never went back to that, but he felt very uncomfortable. I'm just grateful that our system actually worked for something like this with the when it comes to children.
I was happy. Thought it was well deserved.
Well, I have children that went to college. I have a son that went to Penn State. So I feel bad for the college.
Like the Penn State students themselves and the Penn State campus shouldn't really be thought of from one person as the whole campus. Like everybody's now being judged on one person. I don't think that's really the right way to go at it.
I'm actually relieved because it was kind of it was absolutely shocking. I was almost as shocked as the first time I heard about the whole trial and all that, but it was a relief.
I was actually surprised about it, but I'm not surprised that he was found guilty. I mean, there's so much evidence against him. I mean, it's not really good for us as incoming students, not a good reputation for that, but.
State prosecutors arrested Sandusky just last fall. He was charged with sexually abusing 10 boys over 15 years. The abuse took place in his home, hotels, and Penn State facilities. Authorities believe Sandusky used his charity, the Second Mile, to recruit fatherless boys, whom he then groomed for sexual relations. A check on the weather is still ahead tonight. A cool-off is in sight, but the cold front won't stay long. Plus, at just 14 years old, he is already an author, and we stop by this young man's book signing over the weekend. Also ahead tonight, they were rallying in the Valley, all to help fire victims. We'll take a ride by that event coming up. A little history lesson for you. On this date in 1985, the greater Hazleton area was on its way to becoming its very own county after both houses of legislature passed a bill to make that possible. But the governor at the time, he vetoed that bill. Fast forward to today, where the area is now part of the largest counties in Pennsylvania. That bit of history inspired one local man to take matters into his own hands and write a book. News 13 stopping by the Betrayal and Deliverance of a Community Book presentation at Penn State Hazleton. A book about the history of the greater Hazleton area and an examination of why this area never emerged into a county. A message the author Pasco Shivo, a well-known area lawyer, feels very strongly about. In fact, he still believes that the residents and community leaders of Hazleton can reshape its future, and with big benefits.
It will give us more jobs, Independence, that's perhaps the most important part. Independence of any other interest in other counties who are larger populations to govern us. No, we govern ourselves. And I want the people to read the book because it's their book. I wrote it, but it's their book. I wrote it for the people of our community. And I want them to see after they read it if they want to go forward because it's their movement to get this done. I will support their movement if they go in that direction. I will support it. But it's for them to make that decision and them to take the next step.
Pasco has been a well-known area lawyer for many, many years and a very good friend to the Penn State Hazleton campus. So when we knew he was ready to launch his book, we were very proud to have the opportunity to just bring it to a lot of the local libraries and a lot of the local schools and to be able to sort of deliver his message of really hope for the future of the Hazleton area.
The book was presented to Penn State Hazleton, the Hazleton Area School District, MMI Prep School, the Hazleton Library, the Weatherly Library as well, and it will be available to the public at those venues as well as the Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, Hazleton Drugs, Eckley Miners Village, and Amazon.com. And News 13 has been following the story of one local author from the Hazleton area, and this past weekend, Sean Medic hosted a book signing. News 13 was invited down to Bell House Cafe and Drums for the signing. Medic had copies of the book called Getting Out Alive. Sean shared with us what the book is all about.
The book is about a 14-year-old in a zombie-infested world, which takes place right here in northeastern Pennsylvania, where else? And it's basically a journal about his struggles through the zombie survival, like surviving the world. There's zombies, military, gangs that try to attack him, and he's just trying to survive, and he has to go through with deaths of his family and friends. So the book.
Medic is a student at Hazleton Area High School and has always enjoyed reading horror and zombie books. We asked Medic if a second book is in the works, and guess what? He said yes. So keep an eye out for the new edition in the upcoming months. Right now, you can get yourself a copy of Medic's book at Amazon.com, 800publishing.com, and by contacting Sean himself, Facebook.com/gettingoutalive. Congratulations to Sean on this very, very big accomplishment. Valley Regional Fire and Rescue Company hosted the second annual Rally in the Valley, all to benefit the department's Fire Victim Outreach Program. A poker run kicked off the event with more than 40 bikers taking part in the 80-plus mile run. News 13 told you last week about the event and that at the end of the night, someone would be walking away, or should I say riding away, with a custom-made bike courtesy of Iron Hog in Hazleton. There was live entertainment along with tricky trays, 50-50 games, food and refreshment, but the fun didn't end on Saturday. On Sunday, a car show was held at the fire station. All the money at the Rally in the Valley benefited the Valley Regional Fire Outreach Program, which started last year to assist fire victims, especially children. Well, the Summer Olympics are closer and closer as each day passes this year from London, England. And BMX biking is just one of the many events you will find. In celebration of how far BMX has come in just a few short years since becoming an Olympic sport in 2008, BMX tracks all around the nation designated June 23rd as Olympic Bike Day. News 13 getting a first-hand look at the biking action at Hazleton City View BMX Park Saturday afternoon. Over 60 participants tore the track up during the race, and it was a perfect day to spend on the track. Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi presented the BMXers with a proclamation for the Olympic Day.
He presented us with the Olympic Day proclamation saying that the city was definitely going to participate in it. So it was exciting. The kids all loved it.
Looks like it was an exciting day for all who attended, and if you or your kiddo are interested in BMX riding, you can visit usabmx.com or hazletoncityview.com for more information and upcoming events. A check on your weather is still ahead tonight, plus we'll head over to the green to visit some golfers playing the game for some special kiddos. Plus, Freddie B talks sports. Big news for the Hazleton area as Joe Madden and the Tampa Bay Rays headed to Philadelphia, I should say, over the weekend to take on those Phillies. Well, the sunshine played a big part in this weekend's weather. Today's condition, total opposite. So what is headed our way? Before we answer that question, let's take a look at tonight's creative condition. This one's sent from Evelyn Willoots from West Hazelton Elementary School. Evelyn tells us he or she is playing in the rain. Tonight, mostly clear skies, your low down to 49 degrees. Let's take a look at that 4-day outlook. Headed your way on Tuesday, we are going to see mostly sunny skies with a high near 68 degrees. Looking into Wednesday, sunny skies, high up to 74. Going into Thursday, mostly sunny skies with a high picking up to 80 degrees. Then Friday, TGIF, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny skies, a high near 82 degrees. Tonight's weather brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming, located at 525 North Broad Street in West Hazelton. Give them a call today, 459-0310. Also by Valley High, that's located on Route 93 in West Hazelton. You can get ice cream, food, and so much more. Of course, they are now opened for this season. Finally, tonight, the weather was perfect for golfers that hit the green this weekend to help out the kids at Helping Hands. News 13 stopping by Sugarloaf Golf Course as the golfers headed out to the green to lend a helping hand to the kiddos. The golfers were able to take a chance or two on tricky trays. The tournament offered a $5,000 hole-in-one prize along with the chance to win an LCD TV. News 13 talked with Joel Martinelli, the marketing director for Helping Hands, about the day.
We had a really great turnout. We had about 86 golfers today, which is a big jump from last year, so we're really excited. And we definitely want to thank Karchner Logistics and Warehousing for being our co-sponsor for today's tournament, and also the standard speaker. And it's just a really good day. We got started right at 1 o'clock, and I think everybody's having a good time. The rain is holding out, which is fantastic. So.
Joelle told us that the tournament was a great success. The Helping Hands Society is a nonprofit school for children with disabilities and a preschool for typical children, also offering a unique helper program for school-aged children who need a little help in certain areas. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks so much for making us a part of your day. Of course, you can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast throughout tonight, or just simply go to News 13's website, ssptv.com. There you will find everything Greater Hazelton and beyond. It's all just one click away. On behalf of your News 13 team, be safe, and we'll see you Tuesday. Good night.